We talk a lot about children and how they deal with being on the autism spectrum, but what happens when you're an adult? We're going to talk to Gretchen Leary about that right now. Thank you for being with us. Let's talk about how it's affected your life. For instance, you've tried so hard to find a job. You've put in 300 applications right now. Nothing's happening yet. It affects you every day, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
So tell me what you're doing about it. Taking the bull by the horns, I would say, right? With a big event coming up this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just doing my best and I just keep applying and just trying to stay as positive as possible.
So what happens when you put in that application? You've been getting some callbacks, but then the interview happens, and then what's going on with that?
I mean, I get really nervous, really anxious, and I think it shows. I think that I don't want to have to disclose my disability during the first interview, and I've had to a few times, and I don't really know how that really affects it, in the long run.
So let's talk about what you're going to be doing this weekend. I think it could be super helpful for families who are dealing with autism spectrum, for anyone who's even not, to learn about you and your inspirational story. Where can people come find you, and how can they learn from you?
Okay, well, it's going to be at the Tomball Library this coming Saturday on the 15th around 10:30.
And then you're hoping that maybe by doing this will give you perhaps a career. Maybe you could do public speaking, and that would be really helpful for you.
Yeah, it would be great. I would actually really love to be able to speak at like universities and schools and be able to speak all over the country if possible about my story. I think that there are too few adults on the spectrum, especially females, that are out there talking about what it's like.
And don't you think, too, with children, so many times we don't understand what they're going through, and perhaps you can help parents realize what's happening inside because you have the voice and the knowledge to know what they're going through.
Well, I feel like, I've said this many times, I can't speak for anyone but myself, but I can share different things that have helped me, and maybe in turn they can help somebody else.
And I think that's huge. That's what's going to hopefully help make a difference for you and a whole lot of people out there. So this weekend is the time. All right. Any last minute advice that you have for parents who might be wondering if their children are on the spectrum but they haven't had them tested?
I wouldn't, don't be afraid of that kind of diagnosis, I would say. And it can seem scary. Any kind of diagnosis can seem scary, but I think that I feel like it's, knowing what was wrong, even though I was diagnosed later on in life, it's only made me stronger to fully understand myself.
And we know that it helps to make a difference to get help and therapy early in life, and you had to wait till you're 20, so you're making up for lost time, and you're doing an incredible job with it. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.